A very common question we get about the rules of golf is, what do I do when my ball comes to rest on a cart path? In this case, you have a couple of different options. Your first option is to play the ball as it lies. Your second option is to take free relief by determining the nearest point to the spot of your original ball where you no longer have interference by the cart path. Once you've done this, you'll measure a 1 club length relief area from that nearest point of complete relief, no nearer the hole, and drop your ball. It's important to remember that when you're taking relief from the cart path, you're taking relief solely from the cart path, meaning you might have interference by something else, such as a tree. The fact that you have this interference isn't going to change your nearest point of complete relief, and it may be a situation where the better option is to play the ball as it lies. Remember, the nearest point of complete relief isn't always the nicest.
While many of us have faced challenging bunker shots, few of those have a bunker face this steep. When the bunker face is this steep, it might take more than one shot to get out of the bunker. If that does happen, what you'll want to remember is all of those restrictions that applied to the first shot still apply to the second. Things like testing the condition of the sand or touching the sand and making a practice swing aren't allowed. What is allowed is to smooth the area you just played from, provided that doesn't improve anything for that next stroke. Monterey cypress and Monterey pine trees are all over the course here at the Olympic Club, like the famous umbrella tree. At the many USGA championships hosted here, balls have been known to come to rest in these trees.
At the fourth, and it wraps right around the fourth going the other direction.
And that ball stayed up in the tree.
For those of you at home, I'm sure you've hit into a tree a time or two. Here's what you need to know about the rules next time this happens. The first thing is that you need to be able to find and identify the ball as yours. And that's more than just knowing that you hit into the tree. You need to be able to see the ball and identify it as yours. If you have a rangefinder, go ahead and use that to try and see the identifying mark on your ball. If you aren't able to do that, your only option is to take stroke and distance relief. If you are able to find and identify the ball, well, you could play it as it lies, but that might not be possible in these cases.
All Nakajima could do was watch helplessly, getting sympathy from Jack Nicklaus.
If it's not, you'll have to take unplayable relief for 1 penalty stroke. There you'll have your 3 options of stroke and distance, back on the line, or lateral relief. If you want to take lateral relief, you'll use the spot right under where the ball's at rest in the tree, measure 2 club lengths from there, no closer to the hole. One of the defining features here at Olympic Club are the slopes and the fairways. This creates a lot of run out from tee shots. What we may see with balls rolling into similar areas is a ball in motion hitting a ball that's already at rest. Here's how the rules work if this happens. There's actually no penalty to either player in this case. The ball that was in motion is going to be played from where it comes to rest, which could be either good or bad. And the ball that was at rest originally needs to be replaced on its original spot. And if that original spot isn't known, the player is just going to estimate where it was and replace it there. But how does this work if this happens on the putting green?
If you make your stroke from the fringe or anywhere else off the putting green, and it happens to hit a ball at rest on the putting green, the outcome is going to be exactly the same as Catherine described to us down in the fairway. An important difference to note, though, is that if you make your stroke from the putting green in stroke play only and it hits the other ball at rest on the putting green, you're going to get a 2-stroke penalty in that case, and you need to play your ball as it lies. The other player is going to replace their ball on its original spot. If you don't know the exact original spot, you can estimate that spot using your best judgment. For more great rules content, download the USGA Rules app or visit usga.org/rules.